Welcome to an episode of Panda Parts, where we do a deep dive on various systems aboard our sailing vessel. We get a lot of questions about how we manage to scuba dive from our boat, particularly, how do we refill our scuba tanks? I want to showcase our setup and help answer the most common questions, so let's dive in. Haha, get it? It's a little bit rare having a big dive compressor on a small sailboat, but what we've managed to do is get an electric dive compressor and we power it completely from our lithium-ion battery bank, and then it's powered by our inverter, and I want to show you kind of how that works here. So our battery bank is 6 kilowatt hours of lithium-ion. There'll be a link up here to that whole system. And then we have a 3,000 watt inverter, a Victron Multi-Plus, and that powers a variable frequency drive, which then in turn turns the 3-phase electric motor to turn the air compressor. At the end, you get compressed air out of this nozzle. All right, so the operation of the dive compressor is pretty straightforward. We have this big kind of snorkel that we put in the air intake. We don't have any engines running right now. There's no engines running around us, so we don't have a carbon monoxide issue. And the next thing we do is we're gonna take this fill hose. This just threads right on. Open up this valve and then pressurize the compressor. So now the tank is ready to receive air from the compressor. Okay, so I think we're all set to charge this tank.
12 seconds later. Eventually.
Okay, so that concludes the tank filling process. That took about 45 minutes. That's what we see per tank. We got this one up to like 3,200 pounds. It really can go to 3,400. Plus the tank is hot, so it's gonna come down a little bit. So what I normally do is I just bring it up to 3,400, which takes about 50 minutes. And then I'd let everything cool for like an hour, including the tank, and then the pressure will drop. And then you get a little bit of topping pressure after that. In this case, I need to go use this tank today because I need to dive the bottom of our boat, so I'm just going to use it as is. I hope that helps everyone show that having a dive compressor on a sailboat is possible, an electric dive compressor, and it can be powered by your lithium battery bank. The key here is you need to not use a single phase electric motor. We originally tried that with this dive compressor, but the inverter just can't take it. On a single phase electric motor, when you turn it on, there's a huge inrush current. Inverter would just trip. So we went with a 3-phase electric motor. This thing is 2 horsepower, so it replaces exactly what power compressors would have. And instead we used a variable frequency drive. So what that does is it just controls the 3 phases of the electric motor. And now when you start it up, the VFD can ramp up the speed super slow. You can actually program it. So like when I hit go, it takes like 20 or 30 seconds to ramp up to full speed. And that way on the inverter doesn't see any spike whatsoever. It just sees a nice steady ramp from 0 power output up to the max, which the max here we see is around 1,500 kilowatts. And the inverter is rated at 3,000, so it can handle it like no problem. And in charging one of these tanks, it takes roughly 15 to 20% of our battery capacity. Today we have solar going on, so it really helps charge while we're discharging the battery. But I think a good rule of thumb is about 1,500 watt hours for one scuba tank fill. So depending on our battery capacity, you kind of figure out what that means. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions or comments, just ask in the comment section below. You can also find us on social medias like Facebook and Instagram, and on Patreon. If you want to support us further, go to Patreon and find us there. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope this helped. Cheers. 2 kilowatt. 1 second, let me do some math. You filming me? And there we go. We have a full scuba tank, and it's heavier too.
I don't know if any of you have noticed this, but we keep our tanks now in a closet.
Got my little air baby here. Check out my dive shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Figure I'd wear it for this occasion.